Welcome to the Small Business Office Showcase, where daily we provide you a quick tour of the government agency's small business portal or the like from a large prime. We understand that as a small business, time and resources are limited. We hope by quickly summarizing this information, we save you time and perhaps put you one step closer to your next contract. In this episode, we're going to focus on the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. To make it easier for you to quickly do your own research, the information you see on this slide is in the video description down below. In each episode, we're targeting 6 pieces of information we think are most valuable to you. And if found, we provide the direct links to that information. You can see from this slide the 6 items are: does this agency have a small business portal? Does the agency list out events it hosts or attends so you can plan well in advance? Is there a forecast for the next 12 to 24 months that will help you identify opportunities? Does the agency provide a list of current primes that have an obligation to subcontract to small businesses? Is there any special registration required for this agency other than what's required for the entire federal government? And then finally, is there a list of people available that you can reach out to for help or to get questions answered? You can see the basic results on this slide, but let's go ahead and get started with our quick tour. You'll notice that I already have the links open in tabs up on top, so let's go ahead and check out the OSBP office that they have. They have a really good site. I liked it. It's pretty colorful, but a lot of useful information, a lot of information kind of guiding you on learning more about them. Some of it's generic information like small business programs, just teaching you about what the SBA does. But here you see stuff that's related to doing business with NASA. So they have a good site, and a lot of the primary information is on their homepage. I liked that. Here you can get phone directories, and we'll go back to this in a second. But not only finding out points of contact, but you can actually see their pictures. So maybe if you see them at an event, you can walk up and recognize that they're from NASA. So let's go back. That was the OSBP site. Next, we want to see about events. So let's go to their calendar. They have a good calendar, and as you click, you begin to see some information. It doesn't look like it's overly populated. Let me see. So yes, they have a calendar, but I currently don't really see much in the way of regular events. I would expect, I don't know, monthly vendor outreach type things. But they do have a lot of other information over here. So even though they have one calendar, I think this regional outreach is a different one where they show you some more information about activities they're reaching out to. So this is helpful. They have some calendar activity, but not a lot of events at NASA, apparently. And then the next one is the forecast. So is NASA letting us know what's out there? Let's go to the NASA forecast. And this one's pretty amazing. I already took a look at it, but if you come in here and you click on the forecast, we go ahead and open that up. It's going to open up a huge spreadsheet of information that, and I'm going to put the filter on really quick so you can see this. So if you come in here and look at the type of requirements that are around here, let's go ahead and take something like HUBZone. You know, I'm HUBZone. We'll turn this off and see what they've got set aside, planned. Okay, so they have a few for next year. Some of them actually are already passed, but I think they probably keep this up to date. And this is good. So you can come in and kind of look. There's not a lot on the IT side, but there is some stuff. The reason this forecast is pretty awesome, just like some other ones that you see, is that it has the points of contacts in here, and that's how you outreach on these opportunities. As a small business, you're trying to learn more about how you can be valuable and how your solutions can be valuable to the government, especially NASA in this case. Well, these people, their names are there not by accident. The Small Business Office makes sure that these names are there so that you can contact these people and begin to learn more about the opportunities that are out there. Here is another one which is pretty interesting. If we look at what's in competition, there's 137 that aren't even set as going to be competed. So, you know, there's a lot of records, and there's 620 records. Somewhere in there, you're probably going to find something that's useful to you. But let's go ahead and go back. That's their forecast. They did a good job with the forecast. Next one is the subcontracting and the registration. You see them both. I don't see anything in there. The registrations make sense because they just don't have a special process, but it's unfortunate that they don't show the subcontracting. I wish they did that. And then the last one is contacts, and you already saw that there's a lot of contacts. Let me go back. Here is the main list of contacts that they have for each office. So if you go to headquarters, you see all these people at headquarters. If you're out somewhere near Kennedy Space Center, you can see who's the primary contacts out there. And here, each center has kind of its own, I'm not going into it right now, but has its own information. So they do a good job on providing a lot of people for you to reach out to and ask for help. I mentioned it before, you can also download the photo directories of some of these people, and that's pretty awesome too. I've never seen that. I think it's one of the most useful things. When you know somebody's face, it makes it a little easier to walk up and say hello to them. Anyways, that concludes this walkthrough. I hope you found this information helpful as you continue to grow your business. Please provide any comments below or reach out to me directly if you have any questions using my email address in the description. I'm your host, Neil McDonnell with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and hope you'll join me again for more video tours.